Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're playing MegaMek. But first, a quick shout out to John P on YouTube. Thanks for the follow. And I apologize if you can hear the AC running in the background. That's because it is. It got really warm in here, so I turned the AC down and now it's running. So that's the story with that. The story with this is that we're in pretty rough shape with this archer. We're about to lose a leg, we're low on armor in several locations, and frankly, we just need to... Are we missing an actuator? I think we're missing an actuator. Yep, we've got a foot out, so we're at 3-5, which means it's all we can do to be evasive. Hey, Marank, hey, how's it going? Um, hope you're doing well. Chilly tomorrow. Is it supposed to be? I'd heard it was supposed to rain on Friday, but I hadn't heard that recently. So, I guess it's supposed to be chilly and rainy tomorrow. High 50s. Oh, wow. Yeah, high 50s, high in the 50s is definitely on the chilly side, especially for Texas. Petra, I think is just going to turn around and engage this Wolverine. And if you're thinking that's a cat, that is definitely a cat. And I apologize for her horrible behavior. Meantime, we're just trying to reinforce down on this flank. Wyvern's falling back. We do have reinforcements arriving from the west in another 3 turns, and that'll help us mop this up. I believe the objective was to destroy 75% of the enemy forces, but I can double check that. And in fact, destroy, cripple, or force the withdrawal of 75% of primary up fort, reinforcements, turrets, local defenses, and hot drop. So there are 5 enemy teams that we need to destroy 3/4 of in general. And I believe this Wolverine was part of the reinforcements. The hot drop, I think, is occurring down in the center. We've got a hunter down here, an LRM-20 that could become an issue before too much longer. Let's see, Earl Sinclair. Where do we want to put our bulwark? Our heavy guy. Do we maybe come this way and take pot shots at the Wolverine through the light woods? This Wolverine's in pretty rough shape, especially on the rear. So, yeah, I think that's the move. And of course, all the tanks scurrying around underfoot. Starting with random guy, I guess, or girl, I should say. We've got 11s on the Wolverine, we've got 11s on the Wasp. Those are not great odds. We do have 8s on the Vedette. Or the Stinger. That's uncommon. Normally Stingers are harder to hit, and this guy looks like it's already taken some damage. So yeah, we're going to target the Stinger. And I think we're going to go with cluster munitions to take care of any holes that we punch. We're looking at 8s and 10s. Do we really want to overheat for that? I don't think we do. I think we're just going to try to open up some holes and fill them full of shot. Wyvern taking fire from the Wolverine. Return fire on 7s. what exactly is this Wolverine sending our way? Medium laser on a 7 and an autocannon 5 on a 9. We've got him on 7s. I trust that we can mess him up more than he can mess us up. And I want to go up to 4 heat. Let's go ahead and do the full alpha strike on him. Yarvik can take some shots at this vedette. Man, this is such a chaotic battlefield with all these enemy tanks. It really is. So we've got 6s. We'll go up to 3 heat on 6s. And I think we'll hold off. No. We'll do 2 8s instead of the 6. And that'll put us at 1 heat. I like that more, just because it's less likely to do damage, as much damage this turn, but it's better for next turn. And of course, Petra with her PPCs. We've got the Vedette on 8s. We've got the Wolverine on 9s. Even with the minimum range, I think the Vedette is it, or the Harasser. The Harasser has, looks like 2 medium lasers. The Vedette has an autocannon 5 and a machine gun. So the Harasser is actually the bigger threat. Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw in a PPC. And we'll save the LBX for last. And the mediums, smalls, the SRM. And yeah, we'll go with the LBX as well. Alright, Atlas at the Stinger, destroying his left leg with a large laser with the first shot of the turn. Very nice. Transferring 3 damage to the left torso, leaving 2 armor there. All the mediums and the LBX all miss. That's fine. We've got him legged. He's no longer mobile. So he's going to be much easier to take out. The Condor at the Atlas, firing an autocannon 5, hitting him in the center torso and a medium laser to the right arm. Wolverine at the Archer, missing on 7s and 9s. Archer at the Wolverine, hitting with some SRMs. We've got the right arm down to 3. We've got the right arm down to 1. We've got the left arm down to 5 structure with a crit on the hand. We've got the right arm down to 8 structure. We've got the right arm down to 6. We've got the left torso down to 14. The left arm is down to 1 structure with crits on the shoulder and lower arm as well. I don't think he has any weapons in the left arm. He doesn't. It's the right arm I'm worried about. And his melee attacks, which the shoulder is good for, I guess. I'm more worried about his kick than anything, to be honest. Wolverine missing the Banshee on an 11. The Vedette hitting the Atlas in the right leg on a 5, down to 31 armor there. Vedette missing on a 6. The Rifleman at the Vedette hitting him in the rear with the first large laser. 2 autocannon 5 hits to the left side, stunning the crew and immobilizing it with a destroyed engine. Missing with both of the medium lasers. So if we had fired the large instead of the 2 mediums, I feel like that would have been a hit. We might have gotten the kill, but he was, well, still had 12 armor on the rear, still had 8 armor on the left side. It would not have been a kill. Stinger missing the Atlas on 10s, the Harasser missing the Atlas on 7s, the Vedette missing the Atlas on 8s and 9s. Banshee at the Harasser hits it in the left side with that PPC and immediately destroys the Harasser. We can skip all of this. LBX clusters take up so much room. The Wasp at Wyvern hits him with 2 SRMs to the right leg, critting on his upper leg, so he's now going to be a 2-3 movement profile, and +2 on his piloting skill checks. We've got the Hunter firing at the Atlas, hitting him with 12 LRMs from downtown, hitting the left and right arms down to 13 and 19. And hitting his left arm with 2 more that would have been on the head, but rerolled with edge. Atlas took 20 plus damage, needs a 5, gets a 9. Archer took a leg actuator hit, needs a 5, gets a 12. Wolverine took 20 plus, needs a 7, gets a 9. Stinger automatically falls, takes 2 to the right torso, needs a 12 to avoid damage. Needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets the 8. Alright, so Wyvern is at 4 heat, the Rifleman and the Banshee are both at 1, the Wasp and the Stinger are both at 1 heat, everyone else is running pretty chill. We've lost initiative going into round 7, but at least the House Officer, the House Officer is dead. Forgot. That's going to cost us a victory point. We've got reinforcements arriving in 2 more turns. I want Archer to continue backing up. I want to back up the Archer a little bit better, because right now he's got the Vedette, the Wolverine, and the Wasp all coming after him. Falcon's immobile, the Vedette is immobile. There's really just 2 Vedettes and a Condor, plus the 4 mechs. Looks like. We'll go ahead. We'll open up our backside to this Wolverine just to help cover Wyvern a little better. Yeah, let's punish this Wolverine for being out in the open. He walked 3 hexes for a target movement on mod of 1. We're going to get to close range and we're going to destroy him. That's the plan. Yarvik can back up and kick this Vedette in the tail end. We'll go ahead and turn with our free movement point. Alright, the Stinger tries to get up on 1 leg and falls, taking 2 to the left torso rear. Needs an 11 to avoid damage, gets an 8. Needs a 7 to stay conscious, gets an 11. Condor flanking and turning needs a 4, gets an 8. We've got the Wolverine on 6s with pretty much everything. Let's go ahead and light him up. I'll skip the 10, thank you, just because I know we're going to be running hot. We've got the Wasp on an 8, that'll put us at 4 heat. I'm okay with that. Maybe we can leg a Wasp or something, get super lucky, I don't know. Let's see, Banshee, can't see anything that's going on over here. All we got is the Stinger on 7s and presumably 4s. Headshot a Wasp, that's, that would be nice. Or an ammo hit, yeah, that would, that's definitely what I'm aiming for. The Stinger, we've got him on 4s, so there's not going to be much left of him either. And we'll finish him off with some cluster munitions, just cuz. Wyvern at this Wolverine on 3s. We're gonna have to cool it a bit this turn, but that's still, for this mech, 8 SRMs. 8 SRM 4s, I should say. Yarvik at the Vedette on 5s. How about we shoot at this Vedette and melee that one? How's that sound? Got a 5. Got another 5, we've got a pair of 6s, and we've got another 5. And then we've got a 6 at the small laser. Maybe we'll immobilize him. We might get super lucky, who knows. Alice at the Wolverine, immediately landing a hit on the left arm, which transfers into the left torso and hits his SRM ammo. So all those SRMs that we launched at him are going to be wasted. Condor at the Archer hits him in the left leg with a medium laser. Wolverine at the Archer hits the left torso and the center torso. The armor is getting thin. Banshee hits the Stinger in the head with his PPC, destroying it, the Stinger. So that's 2 more mechs down. Medium lasers, small lasers, SRMs at the Stinger, LBX at the Stinger. Destroyed a lot of parts of that Stinger. The Vedette hits Wyvern in the right torso down to 0 armor there. The Wolverine hits the Banshee with 4 SRMs in the rear to the right and center torso and the right leg down to 36 armor there. Wyvern at the Wolverine. It's all moot because it's already been blown up. Rolling on through there. The Vedette at the Banshee hits him with a machine gun and an SRM to the left torso rear and the right arm, 2 points each. The Vedette missing Wyvern on a 6, the Stinger missing the Banshee on a 9, Rifleman at the Vedette hitting it in the rear with both large lasers, hitting it in the left side with an autocannon and a medium laser to the turret, and a small laser to the other Vedette's rear, costing it half of its movement points, so not a wasted shot. Hunter missing the Rifleman on a 9, the Wasp hitting the Atlas in the left arm with a medium laser down to 6 armor there. And Wyvern took 20 plus damage, needs a 6, gets a 7. So Wyvern is in danger of getting knocked over really easily now. His busted leg. We'll kick the Vedette on a 5. We'll kick this one on a 3. Yes, please. We kicked him in the front. He's down to 0 armor. We kicked him in the rear. He's down to 4 armor. Wolverine kicked the Banshee in the right leg for 11, down to 25 armor. Forcing a piloting skill check, needs a 4, gets a 5. Atlas is at 4 heat, Rifleman is at 4 heat, Banshee is at 2, Archer is at 1. Both of the enemy mechs are at 0. Let's see, we've got... Still have 5 units worth of hot drop incoming, but our reinforcements are going to be en route as well in another turn or so. Let's see. Start with Wyvern. We'll start with having him back up. Let's see. We'll have Banshee turn and come this way. Trying to cover that Wyvern as that Archer as much as possible. We've got a Wolverine and a Vedette trying to take our spot. We do anything to this Wolverine? I think we can get 5 hexes away from him with Yarvik. Just short range for all of our primary weapons. Works for me. That should put us at 3 heat next turn. Let's see, this Condor cruised 4, this Vedette cruised 1. We can step on up. This Vedette's going to get destroyed by Wyvern. I think Condor is going to be Earl. Alright, Condor, we've got him on 5, so we're going to go ahead and go cluster against that cover tank. Maybe we can puncture his skirt. We got a bunch of 5s on him. There's not going to be much left. 5 there and a 4 there. That puts us at 4 heat. That's fine with me. Wyvern, this Vedette, we're going to be heat neutral because in this case overkill is not the best kill. Yarvik at the Wolverine on 6s works for me. Go ahead and build up to 3 heat there, as predicted. And Petra at... Didn't think of Petra when I was assigning fire. Wish we could turn and hit this Wolverine, but we can't. Yeah, if I had done this in a different order, I probably would have chosen differently. I'd have Petra shooting at this Vedette, which leaves Wyvern free to shoot at this Condor, which leaves Earl free to shoot at the other Vedette down here. And then Yarvik, of course, would still be firing on the Wolverine. As it is, I think this might be some overkill. but it's on 9s, so we'll see. We'll hold off on the LBX. And we're going to stay heat neutral as well. On an 11, that's not worth building up any heat for. The Condor hitting Wyvern in the right leg with an autocannon 5, medium laser to the left arm, medium laser to the right leg, transferring into the right torso, costing us an SRM4 and a heat sink. Atlas at the Condor hits it in the front with a large and medium lasers, and another medium down to 12 armor there, another medium or 2 down to 2 armor, and some SRMs immobilizing it, and down to 3 structure on the front. 2, 1, and 0. Okay, so actually 2 points of overkill on that Condor, and that's not bad. Wolverine at the Rifleman hitting with 4 SRMs. Nothing major going on there. Wyvern at the Vedette stunning the crew, costing it movement points. Critical hit on the machine gun. Stunned the crew for 2 turns and destroying the front of the tank. The Vedette at the Archer, hitting in the center torso and left arm with SRMs. Autocannon 2 to the left leg, critting on that lower leg. We're going down hard. The Wasp hitting us in the right arm with 2 SRMs, down to 0 armor there. Rifleman at the Wolverine hitting the right torso and the left leg with large laser hits. And an autocannon 5 to the left torso, that's 21 points, that'll be a PSR. The Vedette at Wyvern hitting in the right arm, putting on the upper arm actuator, leaving us with 6 structure there. The Hunter hitting the Atlas with 12 LRMs to the right and left torso and the right leg. The Banshee missing on 9s and 11s. Archer goes down. Yeah, more hate to Archers indeed. Archer goes down, crits on his foot and his hip. So now he's going to be like a 1-1 movement profile, I think. Maybe. And that's going to wound him. He's going to need a 3 to stay conscious. That's an 8. The Wolverine also needs an 8 to stay standing, gets a 6, and falls on his rear, costing him 5 points from that center torso, leaving him with 3 armor. Needs an 8 to avoid damage, gets the 8. We can kick this Vedette on a 7, hitting it in the right side and immobilizing it, leaving it with 4 structure. We're at 4 and 3 heat with those mechs. The Wasp and the Wolverine are both running cool. We've won initiative. We're at 90% of our battle value. The primary out4 is down to 13%. The ground reinforcements are down to 59%. The hot drop is still at 100%. Can we... I wonder... Is this going to give us the team lists? We're at 90.4. House officers at 0. No, it doesn't give us the total list. Or the total team. So, let's see. Primary out4 is down to 1600. Plus 1500 is 3100. 6400. Out of... No, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. I don't know exactly how close we are to being there, but we're not there yet. And our reinforcements have arrived. Go ahead and start with an Archer. Maybe draw some of that hate away from Wyvern. Come in from this flank. We can have Closer come in from this flank, cruising on up this row of hexes. Maybe firing on this Hunter or something. Let's see, we've got a Stalker who I think is going to maybe try to scoot down through this angle, try to cover Yarvik in a turn or 2, and then we've got a Blackjack, the only one with jump jets, so we can start him there, I think. Alright, Hoser, we're gonna run you up a little closer than you were. Warwolf is gonna run up as well. Try to get that Wolverine within medium laser range. We've got Ash. Is he gonna be able to hit anything? Potentially. Hoser run? That doesn't sound like Hoser. Maybe a saunter. Okay, okay. Well, he sauntered quickly. Yeah, we can rock that description. Okay, we are a 1-1 movement profile. We'll go ahead. That right torso is open, and I don't like that. Let's go ahead. We're not gonna eject. We're just gonna hope that ammo doesn't get hit. Let's see, Yarvik. Gonna back up and twist and take out this hunter, hopefully. And Earl is gonna back up to there and present a strong front. Oh yeah, Ash. We're gonna take some shots at this Vedette. I think Warwolf is gonna be firing at the Wolverine. I think the boss is gonna be firing at the Falcon. Okay, I like that. Go ahead and walk into that hex. And walk into this hex. That's close enough, honestly. For an immobile Falcon, he's gonna have that -4 to hit. Alright, starting with the big guns, we've got PPCs from Hoser. We can be firing at this Vedette, or we can be firing at this Hunter on 8s. Yarvik was also going to be firing at that Hunter, I think. We outnumber them so much that focus fire is going to be a thing on all of them. We can't hit the left side, but we can hit the turret. So we'll blow the top off of that Vedette on 2s and 4s. Actually, no, we're going to skip the 4. I'll throw in a couple 6s to be heat neutral. Let's see. Petra at the Wasp on 8s. I think that's what we're going to do there. 8s and 10s. The 10s are not likely to hit. But you never know. So we'll go up to 3 heat on the Wasp with the best shots we've got. We've got Earl at the Wasp on 7s and 9s. We'll go up to 4 heat on him as well. Wyvern at the Wasp on 8s. We could do that. We could unload some of this here ammo. Go up to 1 heat. Mr. McGorilla, hey, how's it going? Things are going relatively well, other than the damage that we've taken up here for Wyvern's mech. Wyvern's mech is in pretty dire situation. I know you can't see all of that, but he's missing his right leg. His left leg is down to 10. His right torso is open. He keeps ammo in that torso. So things are kind of touch and go. Hopefully he doesn't blow up this turn. We're triple teaming this Wasp. We've got this Hunter on lock. On 8s. Yeah, we'll do a pair of 8s and we'll throw in the small laser on an 8 as well. Let's see, we've got the Wolverine on 5s. That's gonna be what, 5s and 9s with the mediums? Yeah. Those larges are liable to hit, but I don't know about anything else. We'll skip the 10s, go with the 9s. We'll throw an LRM this way, just because we can. That puts us at 2 heat for the turn. Ash at the Vedette at the turret as well, or the left side. Can we hit the left side? No, it's the right side we want to hit. We can't hit the right. We are aiming for the turret, was it? Yeah, we'll go for the turret. See if we can blow the top off of that guy as well. We've got this here Falcon, which has taken some damage to the front. Front is not an option, however, so we'll go for the rear. And that'll be a large and the 4 mediums. Puts us heat neutral. Alright, Hoser at the Vedette, hitting it in the turret with his first 2 shots. And blowing the top off of the tank. Also, medium lasers to the right side, destroy it again. So that's 2 kills on 1 tank. Banshee at the Wasp, hitting it with a PPC to the right arm, transferring into the right torso, down to 3 armor there. And LBX, cluster munition, right torso is down to 2 armor, left arm is down to 2 armor, left torso is down to 3 armor. Atlas at the Wasp, getting paid out for the mech, putting a Vedette on it. Yeah. HMS Boat Fricker, hey, how's it going? And yes, Rasselhog versus Draconis. Oh, where have you seen this before? That's a good question. I'm not sure where you've seen that before. I mean, I assume that there's plenty of conflict along that border regardless. Let's see, the Atlas hitting the Wasp in the left torso, transferring into the Sitter torso, transferring in from the right torso, or not transferring, but 1 structure remaining on the right torso destroyed, double crit on the gyro. How are you at the point of painting kills over your kills yet? Yeah. And yeah, I get that you were being silly. I wasn't sure how to respond exactly. Okay, so the Wasp is truly dead and gone. Rifleman at the Hunter, hitting it in the left side with 2 large lasers, hitting it in the front with an autocannon 5. Anyways, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't the Ronin War kinda FRR versus Draconis? I couldn't tell you, I don't know the Ronin War offhand. That's why I said I wasn't sure where you would have seen that before, because I figure there's plenty of lore out there regarding the conflict between these 2 nations. Stalker at the Wolverine, hitting it in the right torso and left arm with large lasers. Medium laser to the right torso, going internal. Medium laser to the head, leaving it with 3 armor. Forcing a consciousness check. LRM 10 at the Vedette, hits it in the left side. Wasp hitting the Atlas in the left arm with a medium laser, down to 1 armor. Archer at the Vedette, hitting it in the turret, hitting it in the left side. Turret, left side, turret down to 0 armor, left side down to 4 structure. And the front. Dang. If we had hit the left side or the turret 1 more time. Hunter at the Alice hitting with 9 LRMs to the left torso and right arm. The Blackjack at the Falcon hitting it in the rear a bunch and destroying it by ammunition explosion. So we have done a good job of clearing some space on the field now. We've got our reinforcements, we've got numbers. We've still lost initiative, but hey, it doesn't matter because we just have the numbers now. Waiting for the hot drop. Oh, hot drop is landing behind us. We've got 2 Bulldogs and a Maxim over here, and an LRM carrier. Yikes. Wyvern. Might be time to eject. We can always replace that cockpit. Needs a 6. For ejecting, potentially we could take, I think, 2 more hits. Let's see what we've got. Damage on the Hunter. We've got a Vedette over here waiting to be damaged. We've got a stun blocked immobile Vedette over here. We've got a prone Wolverine. I really want to get in on this LRM carrier. I don't want him getting more than 1 shot off with that thing. Let's see. Random guy. Excuse me, Earl Sinclair. Move this way to get a little bit of evasion. Let's see. We can back up and get our autocannons online. Maybe cool off a little bit. Do we trust Yarvik to take out this Hunter? Which armor has this guy got left? Not much on the left side, but a significant amount left on the front and everywhere else. And we're shooting at his right side, which is a strong side. On the other hand, I don't really want to commit more forces than I have to that one little tank. Maybe we can come in after this one little tank. Get in the kick. Oh, Wolverine went immobile. Alright. Hoser. You would kindly saunter up this direction. Hopefully we can keep eyes on the LRM carrier. He's a 3-5, so he could get all the way up here and out of sight. Oh, the LRM carrier did not move. Well, I will just have to come in behind him with some medium lasers and mess him up a bit. Ash can stand still and shoot this Bulldog in the rear left side. Warwolf can back up and shoot at this Bulldog. And I don't know where the Maxim is going to end up. Alright, Archer needs a 6, gets a 6, destroyed by ejection. Wolverine needs a 7 for standing, gets a 5, takes 5 to the right leg and center torso, needs a 7 to avoid damage, gets a 9. Needs a 7 to stand up on a second attempt, gets a 6. If it wasn't for the cramped cockpit, he would have gotten up, but no, instead, he falls, he takes 5 to the right leg and 1 to the right torso. Needs a 7 to avoid damage, gets a 6. Needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets a 3. So he is not going to be out for very long. Let's see. Earl. We've got a stun locked immobile Vedette here. Let's not waste any ammunition on it. We'll just go with the mediums mainly. A small, just to be heat neutral. If that doesn't kill him, well, then we should have committed more, obviously. We've got 2 larges and 2 autocannons at this guy. Go ahead and throw in a medium laser as well, just to finish the job. I'm hoping the medium laser finishes the job. We'll be overheated next turn, but that's okay, because we're going to be advancing in probably this direction. 3 movement points is probably as much as we're going to need. Petra at this vidette, we've got 7s with the PVCs. We've got 4s with the medium lasers and the small lasers and the SRMs, which is nice. And then we've got a 3 with the LBX with the cluster munitions. So hopefully we can blow that vidette out of the water, figuratively speaking. We've got the LRM carrier on 4s. Yeah, let's do that. That'll put us at 1 heat. I like that. The Canray later led a force of several loyal DCMS regiments into the Free Rastalhog Republic to destroy these masterless warriors with the consent of elected Prince Hakon Magnusson. Okay. So in this case, we're loyal to the DCMS. Okay, that was the Ronin War. Okay. I assume there was a novel about that at some point that I'm not familiar with. Or probably a series of novels, if I had to guess. We'll do the large lasers, we'll do the medium lasers. Skip the LRM for now, we'll do the SRMs at the Bulldog. And LRMs at the Wolverine on 3s. We go up to 7 heat for the LRMs on the immobile Wolverine. We're basically leaving him alone other than that. Two LRM-10s. How much is that going to do? That's not going to finish him off. If we're lucky, we'll get another head hit. According to Sarna, historical brush wars. Okay. Okay. So that was one of the splat bugs. We got 6s on the back of this LRM carrier, and we're going to take full advantage of that. Wyvern's not doing anything because he doesn't carry a sidearm in the cockpit. Atlas killing the vidette by blowing its turret off with medium laser fire. The rifleman at the Hunter hitting it in the right side with a large laser and an autocannon 5, immobilizing it. Nice. The vidette at the Banshee hits it with a machine gun to the center torso. The Banshee at the vidette hitting it with 2 medium lasers to the right side and turret, another one to the turret, another one to the right side. Small lasers to the right side, leaving it with 2 armor. SRMs to the right side, leaving it with 3 structure, and destroying it eventually. Meanwhile, I never heard of Battle Force 2 or Inner Sphere in Flames. I've heard of Battle Force, but not Battle Force 2. Also, not familiar with Inner Sphere in Flames. So, it just shows you how well versed I am in all of the content they put out. Not very. The Hunter at the Banshee, hitting him in the left leg and left arm with LRMs. Hoser at the LRM carrier, hitting it in the right side and the rear, destroying the LRM carrier. Archer at the Bulldog, hitting it in the turret and left side, immobilizing it and leaving it with 0 armor on that left side. Bulldog at the Atlas, hitting it in the right arm with a large laser. The Stalker at the Bulldog, hitting it in the left side with a large laser, costing it a movement point. Large laser to the front. More medium lasers to the front. SRMs to the front and turret. And destroyed by destroying the front, destroyed on that Bulldog. LRMs at the Wolverine, critting on his upper leg and hip, leaving him with 7 structure on that right leg. So that was actually really effective. those 2 LRMs. That was worth going up to 7 heat for, I'd say. The Bulldog at the Stalker with the machine guns, with the SRMs and the autocannon 2s doing minimal damage. Blackjack at the LRM carrier, which is already dead, hits it in the ammo and causes an even bigger explosion. Maxim at the Archer hits it in the center torso and the left leg, left arm, left leg, right leg, left torso with LRM or SRM fire and machine guns. Looked it up on Sarna. Apparently Battle Force 2 is regimental level combat, and Intersphere and Flames, introduced in combat operations, is rules for strategic levels of play to include complete campaigns and wars, and evolving economic, political, and technological aspects. Interesting. So the original Battle Force was supposed to be what? It was like mech on infantry combat, right? Oh, and of course Rank has the Battle Force 1 box set. Because he was there, right? LRM carrier firing at the Atlas, landing 18 LRMs to the left torso, going internal, center torso, and the right torso. Atlas needs a 5 to stay standing, gets an 8. Rifleman is at 5 heat, Banshee is at 3, Stalker is at 7, the Wolverine is at 0. Oh yeah, because he's not conscious. Hot Drop is down to 1300 battle value, Primary F4 is down to 200, Reinforcements are down to 500. I think we can call this one. And I think I'm going to, because well, no, we don't have any mechs that are in, well, the Atlas is kind of in trouble. The Atlas is kind of in trouble, and I don't want to risk that. So we'll go ahead and declare victory now. We'll allow them to fall back, and I guess recuperate, reconvene. Wolverine needs a 5 to wake up, gets a 4. And when he does wake up, he's going to be basically missing a leg. We always save the salvage. Why not? 1 click. We did control the battlefield. The Archer is inoperable. It's missing its cockpit. It's missing its right leg. Most of its left leg. And it's taken internal damage to the right torso and right arm. Missing an SRM-4 and the majority of our ammo as well. The Atlas took heavy damage. We're internal on the left torso. We're down to 1 armor on the left arm. Other than that, it's in pretty decent shape. The Rifleman took some minor dings and dents. The Banshee took a little bit more in the way of dings and dents. Hoser, of course, untouched. Stalker took a couple of, I want to say, machine gun and SRM fire, was it? Ash taking a little bit of minor damage, and the Blackjack untouched. So yeah, things went relatively well with just the 1 or 2 exceptions, which we should be able to recover from relatively quickly, I think. We've got the text for it. Fred French took a hit, which is unfortunate, but he should recover relatively quickly, I think. Alpha Strike is based on Battle Force 2. Really? Campaign and war, economic, political, and technological aspects. Doesn't sound like the Alpha Strike I'm familiar with. Not that I'm super familiar with Alpha Strike. I mainly play Classic, as you know. So let's see, the Maxim got away, the Wolverine did not get away. The Wolverine missing its hip and upper leg actuator on the right leg, and it was not conscious at the end of that battle. I think we can claim that as salvage. Not that we can actually claim it as salvage, we get money for it, but that's, you know, million C-bills in our pocket for that. Take it. See, we captured one of the guys from the Bulldog. Captured someone from the Condor, a couple foot platoon guys. I don't remember seeing the foot platoon, actually. They must have been boarded on a vehicle that we destroyed. Quite a few infantry, actually. The scimitar, the vedette, more vedette crew members. There were a lot of people in this fight. Alright, looks like Wyvern got 3 kills, looks like. Yeah, so many units. Kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Yeah, there were a lot of units in that fight. Petra got the Stinger, got the Condor, got the Scimitar, got the Harasser. As a jab, Tumblr is introducing blue check marks as well for $7.99. It's permanent and you can have as many blue check marks as you want. That's funny. Force withdrawal of 75%. We did all that. I don't know why it's still in red. Preserve 100%, we did not do that. Preserve 50%, we did that. We did engage. We did even attack. We are taking control of the facility. That's the idea. Or we could just destroy it if we wanted, I guess. We're gonna go. That was a victory. It wasn't a marginal or a Pyrrhic victory. Let's edit this to make it look right. Preserve 100%, we failed. Preserve 50%, we did. Completed. Destroy or force withdrawal. Render the facility inoperative. We're failing that. Take control. We've completed that. Okay, got a little more editing to do here. No. Alright. Hopefully that sticks. We are probably going to have to go over here and GM mode this hostile base. We're going to have to switch owner. Not that I have any idea what a base of operations actually does, but we have one now. Recovered 131,000 C-bills for the Atlas damage. Let's see, we've convinced some people to defect. Amani bin Riyad, Carol Yee, Patrick Lavery, Nellie Hackinson, Boo Takod, Marissa Archer. There's a first name if ever I saw one. You're gonna die. It's the first time you see combat, Miss Archer. Abaruchi Viramini, Berta Hasegawa. The names in this game, I swear. And 1.8 million C-bills for salvage. So that's cool. Let's see, in the infirmary we've got Fred French here. About some of these prisoners that are willing to defect well. And then Elsa gets the rest of these. For the XP, of course. Nothing in the repair bay as of yet. Nothing in the warehouse needing repairs either. Hangar is totally out of order. Personnel logs are totally out of order as well. That's fine. Not too worried about that right now. What am I doing? I was going to advance the day, I think. We don't have any Any repairs? No text to assign because we didn't get any salvage. Yeah, I think we're just going to advance a day. We've got maintenance on the long tom, which could be better, but could be worse. A bunch of ammo has arrived, and of course the list of things that we can't have. Let's see. Repair bay is still empty. The infirmary is still full. Let's give it. Well, we've got Mariana and Tonga Lance here. Do we continue exploring? Go with Galatea Lance here. And we'll go with Aleutian Lance here. Okay, so we've explored the northern part of the map, and we should have some repairs now. Yes. Archer is going to need a cockpit before we can do anything else with it. Can we scrap this part? No, we have to go into salvage. That was the left leg. We have to salvage this actuator. Tune of 90 minutes. We'll have Kai do that, and then we'll be able to scrap the leg. So we're going to need legs for the archer. What have we got in the hangar or the warehouse as far as that goes? Looking for mech legs, left and right. 70 ton. Let's go ahead and buy two of these because we're going to need at least one. And then the right leg, 70 ton. Go ahead and buy one of those as well because we're going to need it. Repair standard cockpit, not replace, interestingly. And that's going to be a big bad job. We're going to need an internal specialist, and it's going to take her 2 days to repair that. And then we're going to have to replace it as well because it did eject. We'll see, I guess. We've got Ratnabala can be our reloading tech. Go ahead and reload everything real quick just to get her. Stalker needs some ammo as well. All right, now who do we want to give all this XP to? I think Susan only has 15 minutes. We give it to Chris and try to make her an armor specialist at 20 XP. Field workshop. That's not where we're supposed to be. We're in a transport bay. Giving Chris all these 10 and 20-minute jobs so that she can. Or do we want to make her an internal specialist? I think we want to make her an internal specialist. That's what we want. So she can do things like this more quickly. We've got Fred Modry as well. Veronica, I think, is. Okay. B, can you knock this out? Thank you. So the Atlas just needs some armor. Quite a lot of armor, but just armor. We'll have Veronica 6. I like those odds. Have B on a 6. completed. We've got, I'll leave us with 15 minutes. I'll leave us 60 minutes. Not doing the math on that one off the top of my head. That gives us, okay. So now it's really just these two left. We'll have Chris knock out all these little SRM things. Monica knock, but I'll just get her off the list. Bala missed ammo when she was doing her reloading. Alright, Archer needs some serious repairs. We've got Penny. Can have this knocked out by tomorrow, hopefully. Loney can have this knocked out here today. We've got a leg actuator to salvage. We can have a regular tech knock that out on a 4. Replace upper arm actuator. We can have a regular tech do that on 5. We've got a significant amount of armor to replace on this thing. Got veteran. Huh. Alright, George Valdez, you got that. And Dole, do that on a 5 since we got a little lucky. Let's go ahead. We'll set that up for ×4. We'll have Chris start on that. Double heat sink, we can do that on a 5, hopefully. SRM4 will have a regular spend all day doing that. That'll be Oliver. And we're gonna wait for another elite tech to do anything else on that. So yeah, the Archer is just waiting on the cockpit, right torso, and its legs. Other Archer is just missing a Hatchet. We've got warehouse. Back up to the top of this list. Okay, so we've got a foot actuator. We can give that to Shadha for some free XP. Alright. So that's those guys. Wyvern is in which lands? Mariana. Means we've still got Tonga Lance. Can still be out here doing this. Well, Tonga's in the fight role. Tonga's not a scout lance. Aleutian and Galatea are our scout lances. We'll wait for those two to get back, and then we'll start doing some more exploration. We've got some more bombs. We've got some sniper ammo. We did fix the right torso. We did fix the cockpit on the Archer. So now, is it going to need a new cockpit, or is that it? Looks like that's it. We'll have Penny. No, we'll have Ediborg start on that. You can knock that out in about 2 more days. No one else can do it faster, I don't think. Is that all we had up here? Right leg on the Archer is going to be a little bit longer. Okay, yeah, that's all we had. We did find some left legs. They will be delivered in a couple of days, but you know, that's fine. We've got a stockpile. That's why we have a stockpile. Alright, so now we've got Lucian Lances back, Galatea Lances back. Okay. So we've got 1 of 5 strategic objectives completed. We still have 4 hostile forces to find. That's gonna be a couple days each time. We got the right leg on the archer. We got still working on that left leg. We can, however, get the actuators in this thing. We'll have Veronica do those because she's on closest to going up, I think. All right. Then we should have the other leg on there tomorrow, hopefully. Is that all we had up here? Yeah, still working on the left leg. Got the actuator. Check. Right, maintenance on Hoser's ride. Oof. One of the double heat sinks took a hit. One of the upper leg actuators raised in quality though, so that's roughly evens out. The Jabberwocky, salvage arm, and a heat sink are losing quality, but some actuators are going up, so that's about even as well. Wyvern's Archer is also improving. The mobile long ton is not. Pegasus improved from C to B. Must have been right on the cusp because they only went up by 1. We've got the left leg on the archer. That's great news. Still got the repair bay is still almost empty. The infirmary is still almost full. We'll have Veronica again knock these out. Maybe she'll get another XP for it. Let's go ahead. We've got a Lucian Lance here. Oh, we detected a hostile force. Scenario recon. Identify enemy units. Terrain. Flatlands Dust Bowl. And that will be happening, it looks like, oh, today. We've got 3. Did we have 3 mechs and Lucian Lance? Yeah, we did. Okay, so what are we up against? We've also got a house officer, a 3/4, and a crusader. Nice. And we've got. It's kind of shocking how light mechs are with nothing but the bare frame. Yeah, I mean the skeleton only weighs 5 or 10% of the total weight of the mech, depending on whether it's got endosteel or not. So yeah, 100-ton mech with just the skeleton only weighs 10 tons. +3 for the cockpit. You know, I always kind of lump that in with the skeleton as well. So we've got a Lucian Lance against an Orion and a Jenner with some tanks, including a Behemoth. Casual Joker, hi, welcome to the stream. We are running 49.7, if I recall. Yeah, so how are you? How is everyone? I hope everyone is doing well. Was not expecting. You're welcome. Glad to see you here. I wasn't expecting you to drop by. Scan the following enemy units. 3 hexes foregoing all attacks. Sensors Quirk or Sensor Geek SPA. Right. Let's go scan some suckers. are reinforcements. They're coming in on round 7. That's going to be interesting. Just the 3 of us trying to scan 2 lances worth of enemies. We're doing it on what map? Oh, this map. That's an interesting map. We've won initiative for deployment. Means they go first. Oh, we're deploying anywhere. Let's see. Pike has autocannon 2s and SRMs. We'll have the quick draw. Come and flank him. Jenner and the Vedette. We've got a Behemoth down here. We'll have the Wolverine. Follow him. We've got a Cronus over here. We can hide behind the Orion. We might actually be able to scan all of these guys in one turn. Let's see. The Behemoth probably has autocannon. Are hairless cats, naked mole rats, etc. still mammals? That's an interesting question. I'm going to go with yes is the answer on that one, I assume. I don't know why you're asking. So we need to stay within 3 hexes of the Behemoth. The Behemoth has, what are we looking at? 2 autocannon 10s, some LRMs, and a bunch of SRMs. The autocannon 10s are scary, but it's not a Devastator. Or a Demolisher, excuse me. Okay, okay. Oh, there's a drone carrier over here. That's going to make our lives difficult. Let's see, a quick draw. And jump to here and still catch all of those guys. Stiletto. 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna do that facing this way so that we can scooch on over here next turn, hopefully, or the turn after. Per the rules, we can't fire if we're going to be scanning those guys. We're scanning those guys, and we're scanning those 2. We still need to get the Jenner and the High Scout. We've taken damage to the Wolverine, taken significant damage to the Wolverine. The Crusader firing on the Orion with medium lasers and machine guns, and an LRM-15 or 2. Does this Crusader have double heat sinks? The 3R is... No, the 3R is the standard basic Crusader, which means he is building up 3, 6, 16 heat, even if he didn't move. Big Fluffy 10,000 is now following. Hello, welcome to the party. Glad you could join us. We've got about 45 minutes left in tonight's stream. And if you'd like, it'll be up on YouTube later if you want to catch what you missed. So, my little default zombie animation up there. I need to replace that with something robotic, I think. The only thing is I am not tech savvy at all. I have no idea how to go about doing that. Quick draw taking a hit to the left torso. The Pike hitting the Crusader, kind of all over. Thomas Theismann, hey, how's it going? Did I get raided? Is that what happened? Evening, hi, how's it going? Glad you could join us. Do I have Casual Joker to thank for this? I am, of course, ecstatically pleased. Welcome, everyone. And yes, ignore the little zombie that runs across the screen. That's just the default setting. Right now we're in the middle of a recon mission. Can't stick around, your video song. Oh, I'm sorry. Um, oh, the video setting is too high. Yes, uh, I stream MegaMek because it's what I enjoy, not because I'm trying to get big or anything like that. But you can lower on Twitch, right? I assume you can, but I don't know how well you're going to be able to see some of this fine print on a lower video setting. I know at 720 it gets pretty fuzzy. The Orion kicking the Crusader kicking the Orion. Nobody falls down. So we were doing, like I said, a recon mission, and we're not trying to kill anyone, we're just trying to scan some people. Right now, all we have left to scan is going to be this High Scout drone carrier. And there's a Jenner over here that I need to scout out. Oh, on mobile and playing multiplayer MegaMek with Fluffy. Okay. Huh. I did not know you could play multiplayer MegaMek on mobile. That is news to me for sure. I really thought it was PC only. All us MegaMek streamers have kind of formed a loose MegaMek streamer group of us. Okay, that's cool. I haven't played a lot of multiplayer MegaMek, and what I have played has been mostly against Gribbly, so I don't know if you know him. I know he's on the Discord a bit. Need to scan this Jenner. Hopefully he ends his turn 3 hexes away from me. Nice. Okay, so the Wolverine can't fire, the Quick Draw can't fire, and Stiletto should have fired, but it doesn't matter because we just finished all of our objectives. Been doing mostly co-op MegaMek. Interesting. Against Princess. I'm sorry I'm not better educated. It's just that I don't have as much time to dedicate to watching streams and keeping up with the Discord as I would like. Unfortunately, my real life intrudes into my free time quite often. Thursday is pretty much the only time I've had consistently off, so that's when I do my stream. But yeah, absolutely stoked to have you guys join us. And maybe we can get down on some co-op MegaMek at some point. Although I don't know when I would be able to. But I mean, it sounds like fun. Yes, all the enemies escaped. That's fine. We didn't capture anyone. We did scan all of these guys. And that was our objective. And just sharing the MegaMek community love. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm just glad to be a part of the community, glad to be able to produce this content. Glad to have an audience. I mean, I've got nothing but good things to say about MegaMek in general and Twitch and stream and everything. And yeah, starting to feel like I'm rambling. So we recovered some mechs. They haven't appeared in the repair bay yet. Nobody got hurt, so we don't have anyone in the infirmary. We can go ahead and skip a day. And yeah, our our procurement list is a little unrealistic at the moment. Maintenance on the Cronus, easy to maintain. That is solid A quality. That is showroom condition Cronus. And do we have anyone in the repair bay yet? Not yet. That'll be tomorrow. Okay, so yeah. We got the Wolverines, got some damage. So we'll have... Well, no. Edinburgh, Chris. And the quick draw took some minor damage as well. Alright, so that's all set. We can now send, I'm thinking, Pollution Lance here. Oh, and we've detected a hostile force. Again. Convoy attack. Attack an enemy supply convoy, terrain hills, wooded hills. Who do we send on that? Do we send Mariana Lance? We send Tonga Lance. Let's send Tonga, just because I feel like it. Alright, so we've got Convoy Attack, Tonga Lance, primary up for 12,500 BV. Mostly it looks like light tanks and light mechs. I'm seeing a pair of Locusts and a Wasp. We've got a Phoenix Hawk and a Panther. I see a Jenner. Oh, there's a couple of heavies here as well. We've got a Warhammer, a Dragon, and a Cyclops. That's the 10Q Cyclops, I believe, is the fast one, which still has an autocannon 20, but not much armor for an assault mech. The Dragon 1N is going to have the low profile weapon, or the low profile quirk. Other than that, I believe that's the autocannon 5 one, which is less of a threat. This 6R with a 4-6 pilot is also not going to be as dangerous as he otherwise could be with a better pilot. We've got 4 mechs in the convoy that we're ostensibly going to be destroying, I assume. Prevent 50% of the convoy units from crossing the far edge of the map. The convoy will surrender if 50% of the escorts are destroyed or routed. And we can capture them intact for additional support points, which... how many support points do we have? We have a support point and 2 victory points, so... we're not really worried so much about capturing them. Also, that's not happening until tomorrow, strangely. Let's go ahead and have Galatea Lance do some more scouting here. And of course, we've still got track 1 to explore as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and advance 1 day. Convoy attack is today. Maintenance on the Sholagar. It remains quality A. And the Dig King also gradually improving. Let's see, we don't have any repairs. The infirmary is... well, everyone important is out of there. So yeah, I think all we've got left is to launch this puppy. And I keep forgetting to change their camo. For Hasselhog Republic, I like for them... let's go with the 3rd Tricon. And the convoy, we can just do... pink? No, not pink. How about a maroon? There we go. So that is quite the op 4. Who's our big bad? Our biggest bad is going to be the Cyclops 10Q, which appears to be more heavily armored than I remember. Yeah, that guy is going to be tough to take down. Oh, this is the one without the autocannon 20. So yeah, he's got 2 LRM-10s and 3 medium lasers. He's not that much of a threat outside of melee range. We've got our next biggest threat is going to be this veteran pilot and a quick draw. And that's the quick draw 4G with the 585 movement profile. 2 medium lasers, LRM-10, SRM-4, and you don't want to sneak up behind it because it has medium lasers in its back. We've got the Dragon 1N with the 3.5 pilot, 160 armor, autocannon 5, LRM-10, couple medium lasers. The Warhammer 6R is the standard, basic, regular old Warhammer from TRO 3025. Phoenix Hawk 1 is the one also from TRO 3025. Excuse me. I ran out of water a little bit ago, or I'd be sipping on that. Standard old Jenner, standard old Panther. We've got the better Locust and the regular Locust. What's the map looking like? Oh, that's quite a large map. And it's rather sparse, which, I'll be honest, I kind of like. With the PPCs and the LRMs and the ER large lasers, I think we have an advantage at range. They also have LRMs and PPCs, but I think that we have better pilots, which means that we're going to do better at long range. We're going to have 8s and 9s, they're going to have 10s and 11s, is what I'm predicting or hoping for. And where are they deploying at? Are they deploying in the center? They're starting in the west. Which means I wish I knew where my commanding officer was going to be deploying. I'd account for something on there. Holes are going to start in these heavy woods and trek your way up here, I think. Oh, they've got a nice patch of woods here that they can use for cover. And they might also come into this area. That's it. I just don't know where they're going to be. We'll just have to move as a unit. Try to stick together, not leave any openings. Okay, this is going to be an adventure. We've lost initiative going into round 1, and still don't know where our liaison is. They're taking a long time to move. They're taking longer than usual to move. Is it because they haven't spotted me yet? Let's try. Convoy is server 2. We're gonna go hit 2. Right? That's how we do it, right? Slash. Oh, I seem to be having technical issues. It's not letting me use the drop down or anything. Okay, no, it's not letting me close out either. We appear to be experiencing technical issues. Give me just a second while I try to sort this out. I'm going to minimize that. We're going to save this before we do anything else, just in case something goes horribly. Oh no, we can't do that either. Okay, so that's going to be Task Manager. Do, 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 do. Yes, I know this must be horribly exciting for all of you guys, and I do apologize. The pressure of all the people showing up. Um, that could be it, maybe. You never know. Okay, so we are back online. Let me just go to the briefing room. We can relaunch that from scratch. Hopefully it doesn't crash this time. Alright, nothing new on this. The map should be about the same. Let's go ahead and start deploying. Oh, minefields. Wait, what? Did this is not what we had deployed. Did I? Oh, this is an old save. Huh. Uh, Give me just a minute. I seem to have loaded the wrong save file. And I could have sworn I just saved a brand new. Okay, we've got an autosave. So I did save the game immediately after I went to intermission the first time, and I don't know why it uh, didn't take for some reason. Because today is 28th, and not that I'm going to load this, but I did save. There should be a 0328 down here at the bottom, but it didn't happen. So don't know what happened there, but hopefully things go right this time. Now that I've wasted everybody's time and driven off all of my viewers. This should be nothing new. We're not gonna mess with the camo this time. We've lost initiative again. We're gonna start. Where do we want to start? How about we start in these two columns? And start working our way down that way. And it's the convoy's turn to move, and they don't seem to be moving. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to proceed from this point. We are definitely having some technical issues. Let's go ahead and save this as Convoy 3, since we already have Convoy and Convoy 2. Okay, let's try. Okay, there should be a button there. Well then, yeah. There should be a button there. Yeah, I'm starting to think perhaps there is an issue going on related to all the extra viewers, or I don't know what. There is definitely an issue. I'm gonna try going to intermission one more time and try to fix this. And if that doesn't work, I may have to just call it early tonight. Go ahead, end task. Task manager, okay. We can open MekHQ again. We're loading the autosave again. And we're back. So let's go back to the briefing room. Back to the convoy attack. Start the game. Okay. Maximize that. Okay, I'm done. Can we deploy maybe somewhere over here? Alright, and we start advancing. Oh, and the primary OPFOR has moved. That's good. Has the convoy moved as well, I assume? Okay, we've got no targets yet, so nobody can fire. Had me freaking out there for a second. Just that one little hesitation. That's all it took. Still have no contacts. Still got no one to shoot at. Not building up any heat. Where is everyone? Oh, there's a tank. One lonely little support tank. We'll go ahead and sprint Ash in because, oh. Not so lonely little support tank. Tsubasa, you've got ER large lasers. How long do those reach? You've got the quick draw at long range. That's not bad. And are just building up some evasion for no good reason. Let's see, we've got the quick draw on 9s, we've got the hunter on 9s. The hunter, I think, has an LRM 20, which, if you ask me, makes it more of a threat than the quick draw. So we'll go ahead and fire 3 PPCs and a large on an 11, sure, why not? We've got the hunter on 10s with Warwolf. Ash sprinted and doesn't have a target regardless. And we've got the hunter on 12s. Oh, outside of visual range. We've got the quick draw on 12s. Let's see. Hoser hit the hunter in the front with a PPC. The quick draw landed 3 LRMs on Ash's archer, the left leg. Everyone's at 0 heat pretty much. We've lost 11 points of battle value. They've lost, what, 23? Hoser will continue advancing, but at a walk, I think. Or a saunter, if you prefer. Warwolf, likewise, will slow down to a modest pace. Let's let's see, we'll have Tsubasa go ahead and walk forward as well. Maybe run next turn, get those medium lasers into play, but for now, we're relying on the ERs. Okay, what kind of range are we looking at? Not used to being zoomed out quite so far. We can get the hover scout at medium range. I think that's our move. And it gives us 2 points of evasion, which I'm happy with. We've got 10s there, we've got 9s there. We've got a 6 on the dragon. Heck yeah. What else have we got? We've got a hunter on 5. No, we're going for the dragon on 6s. Maybe we can knock him down. Hold off on the medium for now. We've got 11s there. 9s there. That's extremely likely to glance off. I would need a 12 to hit him, or an 11 or 12 to hit him solidly. Or I could go for the hunter on 9s. We've got the dragon on 14s. That's not going to happen. We've got the quick draw on 16s, likewise. Archer at the hover scout on 9s. We only need to hit him with like one of these. And Tsubasa at the dragon on 10s. Those are going to glance, but it's better than nothing. Or got the hunter on 9s. 9 is better than 10. I'll take it. Alright, Hoser at the dragon, hitting glancing blows to the left torso and left leg, and a solid hit to the left leg, leaving him with 3 armor there, and that's going to force a PSR. Stalker at the hunter, landing 6 LRMs to the right side, immobilizing it. The hover scout missing the archer, the scorpion missing the archer on 12s. Ash at the hover scout, hitting it in the left side with a medium laser and destroying the hover scout. The hunter missing on a 10, the quick draw, landing 10 LRMs to the stalker's center and left torso. The dragon hitting the stalker in the right torso with an autocannon 5. The Cyclops missing on 11s, the Blackjack missing on 9s. The dragon goes down, needed a 6, got a 5. Takes damage to the right leg and left arm, down to 13 armor in both those locations. Needs a 6 to avoid damage, gets a 7. Everyone's still running pretty cool. We've won initiative. We're at 99%, they're at 96. Hoser will continue advancing at a walk, I think, until it's time to start walking backwards. Warwolf will continue walking forwards as well, I think. Oh, the dragon's getting in close. Let's get into close range with our medium lasers against him. It's going to be within his minimum range for the LRMs and the autocannon, which are his primary guns. Oh, we've got a locust up in here. We've got a pair of locusts up in here. What we can do is we can come over here and we can get back shots on the dragon. That also puts us 7 hexes from the Cyclops, which is not ideal. Let's see. Is backshots on the dragon worth being LRM range from the Cyclops? I think it is. We can always back up next turn. So to start with, we've got Hoser in his awesome at the dragon on 3. Those are almost guaranteed not to glance even. So we'll go ahead and lay into him a bit. we also try to start a fire? We've got some heat sinks to spare. To ignite on a 7, sure, we'll throw in 1 just for 2 points of heat. We've got the Scorpion on 8s with Warwolf. We got the Dragon on 6s. The Dragon's tougher of the 2 targets, but it's not really much better armed. We'll go ahead and lay into the Dragon as best we can with what we've got. But not enough to overheat. And then, of course, we'll be laying into... Oh, Ash is going to be probably prone at the end of this phase. Oh, I saw an exclamation point on the Dragon. That's a good sign. The Warhammer landing a hit on the Archer from downtown on 10s to the right torso, down to 13 armor there. The Scorpion missing on an 11. The Awesome at the Dragon hitting the left arm, the left torso, and center torso, down to 1 armor on that left torso. And a large laser glancing off the right torso, down to 12 armor there. Fails to ignite the hex he was shooting at with the medium laser. Panther hitting Ash in the center torso with its PPC. The Phoenix Hawk missing. The Locust missing. Stalker at the Dragon gets him in the left torso, causing an ammo explosion. The Wasp missing on 12s. The Scimitar missing on 12s. The Scorpion landing 8 LRMs on Ash's right arm and center torso. Ash shooting at the Dragon, which is already dead. The Dragon hitting Hoser in the center torso with an autocannon 5. That bastard. And also would have hit him in the head with a medium laser, but Edge redirects that to the left arm. And 4 LRMs to the right torso. So yeah, the paint has gotten a bit scratched. The Cyclops landing 12 LRMs on Ash's right arm and right torso. The Blackjack also firing at the dead Dragon. Ash took 40 plus, needs a 5, gets a 5, barely. We're not going to step on the pilot. We are going to pick up the pilot, Mihao Okazaki. We're at 96%, they're at 85%. Feel like I need to get Hoser pointed more this way at the Cyclops, for example. Let's go ahead and start falling back, keep our range advantage as best we can. Ash is definitely going to want to be the closest one to them, but still don't want to be that close. Want to draw them out of these forests and into the open. Alright, Hoser, you've got some good shots on this Locust. You need 4s. Or you could hit the Cyclops on 4s. Which... Do we want to paint a Cyclops on the Awesome, or are we looking for another Locust? In the meantime... See, we've got the Scorpion on 11s. We need guns off the field. You want the Locust down? The Cyclops has LRMs. This Locust has a medium laser and 2 machine guns. But yeah, it is guns off the field. Very fast guns at that. Alright, let's blow away a Locust. We've got the Jenner on 7s with Warwolf. We'll go ahead and take that. Not the mediums, unfortunately. We got the LRMs. The mediums can go on the Locust on 10s. Yeah, we'll only throw in one of the SRMs. Ash at the Jenner on 7s. We'll do that. That Jenner is scary, to put it bluntly. If we can kill the Cyclops, I'm okay with that, but I don't like machine guns either. Okay. Well, we're committed to the Locust for this turn at least. The Cyclops, we've got him on 8s. We'll take a couple pot shots at him as well. And throw in a 12 just to get us heat neutral. Hoser at the Locust hits it in the right arm, transferring into the right torso. Hits it in the center torso. Hits it in the left torso. Large laser to the left arm, destroyed and transferred into the left torso. Not much left of that Locust. Its right arm is gone. Its left arm is gone. All it has left is the medium laser. Let's see, the Warhammer missing on 10s, the Scorpion missing on a 10, the Jenner missing on 10s and starting to overheat. The Stalker at the Jenner landing 8 LRMs and a medium laser at on the Locust. That's 8 LRMs to the left torso of the Jenner, leaving it with 0 armor. And the medium laser to the Locust, leaving it with 0 armor on its right torso. Panther missing on an 11, Locust missing on 8s, Ash at the Jenner hitting it in the right leg, left leg critting on the lower leg, left torso critting on a jump jet, left leg critting on the hip. Medium lasers to the right torso and right leg. He is down to 4 structure in both legs. If he falls, there's a good chance he could leg himself with the damage he takes. The Scorpion missing with 15 LRMs on 12s. The Blackjack missing on 8s and 12s. The Quickdraw missing on a 10. Cyclops landing 6 LRMs on Ash's left and right arms. Locust took 40 plus, stays standing. The Jenner took 20 plus, needs a pair of 8s because of that leg actuator hit. And falls, needs an 8 to avoid damage, takes 4 to the center torso. Didn't leg himself, unfortunately. We can punch him on a 6. We punched him in the left torso, which transfers to the center torso, leaving him with 1 structure. Locust kicks the archer in the right leg for 4, down to 26 armor. Needs a 2 because we're stable. Hoser's right is at 1 heat. Looks like the Jenner is at 5 heat. The Warhammer is at 4 heat. And this weather is helping them more than it's helping us. We've lost initiative. Let's continue backing up. Maybe we can get that Locust into forced withdrawal. Alright. Sand? I think that's sand. That's okay. Hopefully it doesn't become an issue. Alright, the Jenner tries to stand up, needs an 8 because he's got a busted hip and no arms. Gets a 6. Falls on his right arm for 4, leaving it with 0 armor. Needs an 8 to avoid damage, gets a 9. And stays prone, interestingly enough. So we've got the Jenner on 4s still. We've got the Cyclops on 8s. We've got the Scimitar outside of range. Let's go ahead and finish off this Jenner. Where did that Locust go? He only had 12 movement points. He couldn't have gone that far. I don't see him. Alright, let's finish off this Jenner, shall we? We've got him on 4s. We'll go ahead and go heat neutral on 4s and 8s. Warwolf at the quick draw on 11s, at the Warhammer on 9s. let's go ahead and take the 9s, because I think that's the best shot we've got. And then with our spare heat sinks, we can take some 12 shots at the Jenner. That guy was not doing the speed limit. We've got the Jenner on 9s with Ash, and that's the only thing in, almost the only thing in. We've got the Cyclops on 11s. We've got the Warhammer on 10s. Cyclops on 10. Maybe we can get lucky and knock over the Warhammer. The Warhammer's got 2 PPCs, and honestly, I'm more scared of 2 PPCs than I am 2 LRM 10s. Alright, Hoser at the Jenner hits it in the center torso and the right torso, critting on the SRM ammo. Jenner is no more. Warhammer missing on an 11. Stalker at the Warhammer, hitting him in the right torso for 7, down to 10 armor. And 6 LRMs to the right leg and right arm. The Archer hitting the Jenner, which is already dead. Scorpion missing on a 12. Blackjack missing on 10s. Cyclops on 9s, landing 12 LRMs on Ash's legs and arms and center torso. Jenner painted on the big, missing on the chest. Jenner painted on the big, what? No? Yeah. Painting a Jenner on the awesome. Yeah. Unfortunately though, I think this is where we're going to have to call it for the night. We'll go ahead and save this as Convoy 3 again. Oh, where you took that shot earlier? Yeah. Paint the Jenner in the crater on your chest. The small autocannon 5 crater on your chest that I don't think you're actually too worried about. But yeah, this is where I'm gonna call it. Thank you all for watching. Thanks especially to Casual Joker with the raid, and Thomas, everyone else who showed up, first time shatters, follows, all that good stuff. Thanks for the game. Hey, it's my pleasure. It really is. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community, be a part of the Discord, all that good stuff. And we will catch you next week. Have a good one.